Hey guys, Anthony with Quad Questions here. I'm going to show you today how to install the current limiter so that you can actually charge your GoPro while you're flying with your TBS Discovery Pro. So, if you want to charge your GoPro with these TBS Discovery Pro boards, you usually have a problem if you're powering a high power video transmitter, like anything over maybe 250 milliwatts. And that problem is that the core can't handle the current draw that the GoPro wants. And so in order to use this and to charge a GoPro when you are using that high power video transmitter, you have to install a chip right here on this board. It is an overcurrent IC basically, and it just limits the current down to about 0.5 amps. And soldering it is kind of a challenge because you have to use a hot air rework station. And you can get this IC from QuadQuestions.com. So I'll just show you my process for installing this right now. First thing I do is take my flux pen and just make sure that I put flux on these pads. And that will help the solder flow. And this thing's pre-tinned, so I won't even need to add solder to it. So then the next step is to take this IC, which is extremely tiny, and set it onto the board, and then just line up the pins. And it might take a few tries, so the best thing to do is to have a good pair of tweezers. And then once you have it set on there, just fire up your hot air rework gun to a high temperature. I've got this one set at about 700 degrees, which should do it. 690. And then you want to make sure that you don't use that much air, because if you use too much air, you'll just blow the chip right off. And then you just come in with your hot air and heat until you see that solder melt. So once you have that chip soldered on there, you also need to make sure that you've bridged the solder jumper here, and you have to bridge it in order to enable the charging feature on this. So I'll just go ahead and do that right now. The solder that they use on here definitely needs some flux, so if you have a flux pen, you should use it on this. And you should see a nice, healthy, shiny ball across those two. So now we should be ready to fly. So now I should be able to use my TBS Discovery to charge my GoPro while using a high power video transmitter. And you can get the IC for this at QuadQuestions.com. So please go to our website and check that out if you need this. It should be a little bit easier for you than having to go through Mauser or one of those other companies to get it. So, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to our channel.